speak,
Mm.
I connect with the person first, and I listen to them, and I see where they're at, what they're going through. And I think that is a large part of the healing process, has to be that in itself.
Connection.
We need to be heard. And, in this world, it's so ironic. We have so much facility for communicating online. But at the same time, I think the world has become more of a lonely place.
Absolutely.
And isolation is a massive, massive problem. And I've
Massive
seen,
problem.
I've taken, for example, some geriatrics who, had just gone through surgery, and some of them had strokes. And they wanted to go away to some kind of healing center in America or whatever. But because of the delicate nature of their health, they couldn't travel. So they asked me if I would create a retreat for them in the UK, which I did. And I'm telling you, just the connection, just the love, just the empathy, as you say, just made, I just saw transformation.
Yeah.
And people are alone, and that is a killer, and
It
so.
is. It is a killer. And it's so funny you mentioned connection, because it's so healing, connection. But it's so interesting that you pick up on connection. And I mean, counseling is not too dissimilar, where the relationship does the work. When we build
Right.
a relationship with a client, and the relationship does the work. And I remember when I was by you, and the devotions that you did every morning really spoke to my thoughts and where I was. And there was no way you could know that if you weren't connected, you know. And so that was part of the work for me. I really needed somewhere I could go rest, and that's
Yeah,
what you provided.
yeah, it's so interesting because I'm a great believer in the words of Jesus when he said, "You give them something to eat." The
Yeah.
story of
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
loaves and the fish. Because
Yes.
ultimately, any human being, I don't care how good they are at their work, we can't know everything, and
No.
we are not perfect. We are erring mortals, right? And so I rely on God to take whatever I have to give and to make it pertinent, effectual, powerful in the life of his child as he sees fit.